Hello and welcome. This is another review for Little Miss Vape at littlemissvape.wordpress.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Innokin AIO and the Innokin MVP along with some juice for vapour.co.uk. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to start with the eye taste. Now, the eye taste comes in this lovely little box. It's really sturdy, nice and plastic, so you can use it to store other things in afterwards. I'm completely planning taking bits out and using it to store some bits in for when I go away, because I think this will be one of the most perfect cases for storage. Yeah. MVP comes packaged in that, so you know it's safe, you know it's secure, you know it's not going to get damaged. It's covered with, it's got a piece of metal on the top and it's got a foam cover, so it's really going to be well protected there, which is a really nice thing to see because some vape kit comes really badly protected. In the bottom you've got the bits where everything went, so this is your USB area, that is your vanity port for the MVP, and here is where your eye clear goes. The MVP comes with the MVP itself. I have one in black, but there are other colours available. Comes with an eye clear 30. It comes with a comes with a vanity ring as well, so you can pop that on your eye clear and pop your 30 on top, and it covers the connector. The MVP also comes with a, excuse me, sorry about that. It also comes with an ego connection, so you can use things such as the EVOD. And now if you ask me, that actually does look rather nice. Also in your MVP box will be a USB charger that you can plug into your computer. As you can see, it's got the MVP charger, which is this one, which is the same as a Samsung Galaxy charger. It's also got an Apple charger bit, and it's got a BlackBerry one. So not only can you use this to charge your MVP, you can also plug this in and use it to charge other things. You can charge your phone on it, you can charge pretty much anything you need. So it's a really nice multi-purpose cable, which is different and pretty cool actually.
Hello, Rick.
So, the MVP goes between, what's that?
Turn your mic up.
I seem to have a little problem there. The MVP goes between 3 to 5 volts. So you can go between 3 and 5 volts, and you can pretty much use anything on it. On the base it's got your output and input. I'll explain about the output and input later. And it's also got a on-off switch. So you can turn it off, pop it in your bag, pop it in your pocket, pop it anywhere, and it won't go off when you accidentally, which is always a good thing. Now we come to the eye taste itself. There we are. It's 5 clicks off and 5 clicks on. Do you see? Button lights up, red, yellow, green. That's also really useful when it's charging, because it shows green when it's fully charged, yellow when it's about halfway through the charge, and red when it needs charging again. Another little thing on it is, if you look, it's also got a puff counter, so you can puff away. Let me just adjust the voltage up slightly on that, because that's a bit loose.
Yeah, you when you talk, it doesn't pick you up half the time.
And if you press a button, it will show you how many puffs you have used since you last turned it on. And mine at the moment is on 2 because I turned it on and I turned it back off. So let me just pop the eye clear and vanity ring back on. Pretty easy to do. Screws up. That screws on top, and the eye clear is particularly easy to use and to open. You just unscrew your top.
It might just be where he's got like
There we are. And then it's just a case of getting your liquid. In this case I'm using Gypsy Eyes from Purple Haze. And popping your top back on. Now the iClear 30 is really nice because it comes with a, as standard, knucklehead drip tip. However, because the knucklehead, because it screws into the top, it also means that you can't use any other heads. But this isn't such a problem because the knucklehead on this is metal and it's really rather sturdy. You can move it any way you want. Let's just check, there we are.
That's much better, John. Well done. Yeah.
And away you puff. Now there was another little thing I liked about the MVP as well, in that you can stick
you're talking perfect.
the USB cable in the bottom in the output port, as you can see. And then, let me just get my phone. You can stick this into the bottom of your phone and sit on charging.
Which one?
So you can charge your phone off your MVP, which is really useful if you want to go away or you don't have a lot of battery left and you need to make an emergency call, which I think is another nifty little trick, and I'm quite impressed with that. Let's just check that one.
Right.
Intriguing. 1 second. That's another nifty little thing. Sorry about that, it won't actually work. I was just turning on the other piece. But yeah, this is a very versatile, quite weighty, really nice piece of kit. It's really sturdy. I mean, earlier in the week I sort of dropped it on the floor and it's brilliant because it didn't fall apart, nothing went wrong. The only problem I really seem to have is that my voltage down button seems to stick occasionally, but that might be my fault, or things happen, so I can always get it sorted.
So that place is called Riften, is it?
Now, as I said, I'll be doing some juice reviews as well. The juice I am vaping at the moment is from Purple Haze. Now, Purple Haze are a new juice company who have started distributing in the UK, and currently they're distributing through Vapour Hut and megavape.co.uk. Now, this is one of their flavours. This is Gypsy Eyes. It's a 20ml PG VG mix. I believe it's it's probably a 70-30 or an 80-20 as standard. And it comes, I think it's 16 and 24 milligrams. Now, Gypsy Eyes itself is a really sort of bizarre mix. I think it's either Fruits of the Forest or it's something like cranberry and blueberry, but
it's right over there.
It's very evocative of summer. It's a nice fragrance. It's not too strong, and it's not perfumed as you can get with some freaks, and it also tastes really nice. It's a very cool vape, and as you can see, it's purple as well. So I'm actually really liking it because I love purple, and I found that it's a really nice flavour. It goes with a lot of things, and it's very soft. It's very easy to vape. It doesn't take over, and none of the flavours they blend really well. They don't seem to take over one another. So that's a really nice flavour indeed. But moving swiftly on, we have our next entry into the vape, and this is the Innokin AIO. The Innokin AIO is basically a cigar-like all-in-one. You've got a metal case, and inside that, as you can see the lights on, you have your cigar-like battery. You have space for 3 cartomizers. It comes with all 3, they're all sealed, apart from the one that I've been using, of course. And the Innokin's a really nifty piece of kit, because not only does it store it, it's also a portable charger. Which means that on the move, if you're running out of battery, you can just pop this back in, pop it together, and away you go. Now, the Innokin the AIO comes with standard with 3 tobacco flavours. Now, to me, the tobacco tastes slightly
It's not.
It tastes slightly stale, but that might be because I'm used to stronger flavours or different flavours. But what the AIO has over others is that it actually works effectively. Instead of getting a tiny piece of vape out of a cigarette, it has decent vapour production. Yes, the end lights up, but that's also important when you're charging, because when you charge it goes in with a satisfying, put it in the right one, it goes with a satisfying click, it lights up, and then that lights up. One thing I like about the AIO as well is that if you want to carry it around, it comes with a little bag, so you can pop your AIO in, do it up, you can still see it's charging, and take it on the move with you. That's really nice as well. And the cable for it is again a USB charger, and it goes into the small port in the bottom, like so. As you can see, we are now charging. There we are. And you can also use the cable with the sort of BlackBerry size charger on the bottom. You can also use that with this. Now this is another one of the iTaste charger cables. It's got the Samsung, the BlackBerry and the Apple one on, and again that's highly useful because it means you can charge your phone on the go. So if your phone's running low on battery, you can just plug it in and it's not running out anymore. Advantages of the AIO is it's quite small. I mean, it's about the size of a packet of cigarettes, although it is substantially heavier because of the personal charging capabilities of it. But it's really nice because it means you only need to carry one piece of kit, you only need to carry one battery, and you can be sure that whenever you vape, you're going to have a fresh battery to use. And that's really good when you're going from a cigarette, because sometimes cigarettes will run out, or they won't have sufficient battery, or you can't charge them on the go. So this is a really, really nifty little piece of kit. It does pretty much whatever you need if you want to stay on cigarette size. And this is one thing I'd definitely recommend if you are, because you can get empty cartomizers, which are the top parts. You can take the top out and you can put whatever flavour you want in. So in reality, if you want to stick with a cigarette, or you know someone who uses a cigarette, if you can show them how to fill up the cartomizers, it also means it lasts longer and they can use flavours they like. Now, lastly on our list of things to be reviewed today is a really nice little menthol flavour, again from Purple Haze, called Crash Landing. Now, this little menthol I've had in my 8mm Vivi on my X6, and it's a really, really nice flavour because it's minty, but it's also got that sort of citrusy, cinnamony hit behind it. So it's not sort of, it doesn't kick you in the face mint-wise, but it's a very nice, it's a very vapeable mint. It's not too strong, but it's got the throat hit behind it. But it also leaves your mouth feeling slightly refreshed. It's a bit like vaping mouthwash, but with nicer flavours, if you get what I mean. I mean, I really like this, but I'm sort of stuck with Gypsy Eyes, so I'm really biased. But this is a really, really nice menthol flavour. It's not too strong, it's not got too much throat hit to it, but it's strong enough to be minty. And there's also that sort of little thing at the back of your throat thinking, what else is that flavour, what else is that flavour. Now I get the sort of like citrusy sort of tang and the cinnamony fire, but as with everything, juices are subjective. It does depend on how your taste buds work. And now this is a review for Vapour, the Innokin AIO, the Innokin MVP, 2 Purple Haze flavours, and I'm Little Miss Vape, working for littlemissvape.wordpress.com. Goodbye and happy vaping.